How's it going, my sweet boys? It's your internet anime daddy, Allie here, and today we are playing Corpse Party. Yoshie, too, was stricken with grief and despair. This is what it means to be a Shinozaki, to be part of the cursed bloodline. All men who marry in are guaranteed to die quickly. Not even Yoshie could circumvent that fate. Why get married then? I don't know, maybe just end your bloodline because it's fucked up. Okay? Sob. So she turned to the forbidden book, an item she and her family had been protecting for generations from those who might misuse it. The Grimoire, the Book of Shadows. To lose a loved one was a fate she feared more than anything else. Then why do you get married? So she tried to offset it through black magic. Did she bring him back? It was an act of truly absurd foolishness. She must have cared for him so deeply, she would have literally done anything to see him again, no matter the cost to her own immortal soul. Aiko stared deeply into my eyes, seemingly fishing for a reaction to her tale. But then, what happened next was... You won't believe what happens next! Was almost beyond belief. I continued listening, unknowingly stroking the wound on my thigh as unpleasant memories of my own foolish run-in with black magic resurfaced. Did you cut your thigh? Why? The Shinozaki blood that flowed through Yoshie's veins was more powerful than anyone could have known. Its energy spawned something much different than what Yoshie intended. You got some spooky spoofs. By which, of course, I mean, oh my god, you made the heavenly host, didn't you? You idiot! I instantly knew what she was going to say. From the book, she created a new Nirvana. Yeah, so you could see your husband again. He probably killed you. There, one could coexist with the dead for all eternity. Oh my god, you really messed up. It was a new dimension cut from the netherworld itself, forcibly born into the world of the living. You idiot! Ugh. Yoshie must have lost half her sanity right there. She tried to leave her only child, Sachiko, in the real world, while living with her husband's soul in the new Nirvana. The land of corpses. However, this Nirvana had a mind of its own. Yoshie couldn't possibly control it. Shinozaki or no. I love the spelling. I knew that all too well, just like Yoshie, I had experienced my own tragic failure with black magic at the Shinozaki clinic. Kuro Majitsu has its own blowback of sorts. Her husband's soul was split apart and scattered in all directions, and Yoshie's life, too, was on the verge of being snuffed out. She knew she'd made a mistake. She deeply regretted it, and as she took what she could have only assumed to be her dying breath, her soul daughter Sachiko, in possession of nearly every limitless spiritual potential, absorbed the entirety of this new Nirvana into her body. How'd this happen? Sachiko? The poor girl collapsed to the floor, violently thrashing about as the weight of an entire dimension crushed her from the inside. Jesus! This action had saved her mother's life, certainly. But death would have surely been preferable. Picking herself up, Yoshie rushed her daughter's side in tears. Why'd you do this to your daughter? Sachiko. Oh, man. Sachi. Why? Oh, man. You killed your kid. Mommy! Don't die, Mommy. Oh, my God. The daughter chose to do it. Both parent and child were bawling. Pain mixing with relief, mixing with pain again. Whoa. That's a sob. That's a sob. The little girl buried her face into Yoshie's bosom and just cried and cried. Yoshie grasped her tightly in both arms, tears streaming down her face uncontrollably. By this point, Sachiko's body had begun producing a dark blue aura. What? I'm so sorry, Sachi. I'm so gomen. Mommy was wrong. What is happening? Mommy has you. So from now on, Mommy will never leave you. She'll never even think of leaving you again. Oh my God. Are you going to be a haunted lady? Sob, sob. Sob, sob. As you know, Sachiko is a direct descendant of the Shinozaki line, a thoroughbred. Oh. This means her power is greater than Yoshie's. It had to be, of course, for her to house an entire dimension within her body. Damn, fam, that's impressive. Aiko took a big, noisy sip from her coffee mug. That's good. At the time, she must have been the strongest practitioner of dark arts in all of the world. Little girl or no. I love how they keep saying little girl or no instead of little girl or not, or not. Little girl or no. Or no. Yet despite that, or no, she wound up dying. Or no. That's right. The same day Yoshie fell and died, Sachiko disappeared. That was 50 years ago now. Or no. They were both killed by the principal. Whoa. Just as I suspected. The principal's heinous actions are to blame then for resurrecting the new Nirvana within Sachiko and creating the closed spaces we know as Heavenly Host Elementary. It's probably because the school was the site of Sachiko's violent demise that her Nirvana took on its own form. Yet even then, with Sachiko reborn as a spirit in that realm, she was still all-powerful, seemingly continuing to exert complete control over it. I guess that's why she was able to manifest so many different horrible things in there. This was all starting to make a sick sort of sense. The pieces were falling into place and painting an absolutely awful picture. I shuddered to myself as I considered it. When you escaped, you removed Sachiko from the equation. Well, how's the thing alive then? But their Nirvana remained. Well, that's weird. And is going berserk once more. Well, that's just weird and not my problem. It should have just disappeared. This world would be better off without it. The entire conversation was a roller coaster of emotions for me. I mean, it's all bad. It really shouldn't be that much of a roller coaster. I was just angry. Angry at everyone involved in this whole ordeal, myself included. Now then, if I may, I'd like to discuss something a bit outlandish with you. Please go back in the hellhole. Okay. Hi. Would you like to see your dead friends again? Hell yeah! That certainly got our attention. We both... wait, okay, hold up. Before I continue, you already know what's going to happen. When you were in there, you saw these dead people who had already died, and they all wanted to kill you, okay? You saw this already. What, you want to see your dead friends again so that they can kill you? Okay, have a good time. Understandable. Have a nice day. That certainly got our attention. We both perked our heads up immediately. Spirits that have died in the Nirvana are said to roam its grounds, trapped and unable to find rest. As such, your friends' souls may still exist on that plane. Well, that sucks for them. You should not want that. There are actually a number of useful magics listed in the Book of Shadows. Aside from the spell Yoshie used to create the new Nirvana, there's also a spell of revival. Like you bring them back like Zomb or like what? Nakashima and I knew about that one all too well. Oh, you tried that? Triggered! Forcefully returning a life to this plane, of course, dreadfully taboo, as it's considered an affront to the will of God by virtually all religious organizations. Whatevs. I'm not religious. Huh? Kishinuma seemed a bit more confused than he probably should have been, though I suspect the look on my face may have had something to do with that. Is your pee-pee hurting you? I'd performed that spell, the very one Aiko was describing. It took hours, failed miserably, and killed my sister. The end! All at once the guilt returned. I lowered my head solemnly. Aiko grinning at me, and I had this sinking suspicion. Aiko grinned at me, and I had this sinking suspicion it was because she somehow knew what I was thinking, though I couldn't be sure, and I certainly didn't know how she would. Still, who cares about bullshit like that, right? You can be blasphemous. You can break every commandment. Bring it on. You'll do whatever it takes to resurrect your dead friends, no? All you have to do is find that book and cast that spell once more with Heavenly Host Elementary. Your chances of success would be much, much higher there. Don't you think? Hold on! Don't you have any idea what you're saying? You're all gonna die. What happens if things get even worse? I didn't exactly mean to interrupt Kishinuma, but quite honestly, I didn't even realize he was talking. Wah, wah, wah. I was too focused on what Aiko had just said. You know about it, don't you? You know about it, don't you? Our failed attempt at Yoshie's place. Mia Nakashima. Yeah. Aiko tilted her head at me. That same wry smile creeping across her face. She'd gone from cold and emotionless to knowing and expressive in a mere instant. She gets off on the haunts. I don't think we really believed what was happening to us. It was like a dream. What we saw was impossible. What we experienced was impossible. I thought I was going insane. It shouldn't have been possible. We shouldn't have done it. I want to put all of this behind me. But it was real. Aiko pointed to the scar on my neck, then went one step further and lightly brushed it with her hand. Blushing. I feel the doki dokis touch deep within my soul. I suddenly found myself swallowing my next breath, practically choking on thin air. See? You came in contact with something ordinary people would never even imagine. Do you think you can just turn tail and run from that now? I looked down again, trying my best to avoid Aiko's gaze. Chit! Clicks tongue. Do you really think I can do it? When had I started crying? I raised my head again, intent upon looking deep into Aiko's eyes as she answered my question. But she looked so blurry through my own tears. Fam, just wipe your tears. I could tell, though, she wasn't smiling at me. It was the same expression, her new standard. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. Can you be more specific? Can I really? Yes. Yes? What is it? I want to hear you say it. Wow, this lady is so a sadist. She loves to get off on this. All right. What exactly is that you wish to accomplish? Can I bring everybody back? Nicely done, Desu. Desuwa. Aiko patted my head as if one might a dog's after a successfully performed trick. Oh my god, this lady. What the grimoire produces are miracles spawned from the wisdom of the witches, and these miracles hold the power to bend fate, even if that fate is set in stone, so to speak. So to speak. Or no. You are descendant of the house Shinozaki, a family of immensely powerful practitioners of magic, and since Hinoe is no longer with us, this is something only you can do. All right, well, good luck. My confidence was being bolstered by the minute. I'm a proud waifu. Though in retrospect, this was most likely Aiko's aim. Of course it was. Nonetheless, if there was still something I could do for my friends, my friendos, my Tomodachi waifus. But I don't know where that Book of Shadows is anymore. Plus, you're no longer able to travel to the Heavenly Host by the way of Sachiko in Ever After ritual now that Sachiko is gone, correct? Well, yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's what Yuki said. Oh my god. Anyways, Yuki Kano, a girl from school. Hehe. It's so fire. Aiko once again placed the bluish-white Magatama stones from the box in either hand, this time fitting them together, though not quite the way they were supposed to interlock. That's where these come in. What? Yeah. What are they? They house an exceptional amount of spiritual energy, as one would expect, given that they're spirit items from the Shinozaki line. The voice I heard told me about them. They're called Ever After Stones. Of course they are. Ever After Stones. I leaned forward despite myself. The name sent a shiver down my spine. But now that I'd heard it, I had to know more. These two are one. Fit them together like puzzle pieces. I thought I was going to say puzzle pie. I was like, I love pie. And chant Nirvana. I summon the dead. And all who are in the direct or indirect contact with them will be spirited away. You just said it out loud. Why are you still here? We both flinched at her chant, but Aiko just smiled. She must have intentionally oriented the stones the wrong way so that the charm wouldn't activate. Oh, okay. It's the same when you return. She tossed the stones she'd been holding in her right hand into her left, where it clacked together with the other. Be careful, you might get spirited. Strange, isn't it? The girl taught me the techniques herself. Oh, this girl. Aiko gazed longingly at the stones. She was clearly utterly enamored by them. It seemed as if they were the key factors in unleashing her newfound emotional expressiveness. Now, I'm sure she always gets off on new spirit items. But my focus was elsewhere. Without a doubt, the items Aiko now held in her hand were extraordinarily dangerous, possibly the most dangerous, horrific objects in the entire world. Be careful. However, I want them. While Aiko was ogling them with her left hand, her right was feeling around for something in her breast pocket, titty pocket. She slowly removed it, producing an old black and white photograph. Are you going to show me the pic again? When had she taken that? It was the same photograph I'd seen at Makina Shinozaki's house the previous night. It depicted a young Yoshie alongside her mother and Makina. When Yoshie was in her teens, she adored her Aunt Makina and would often go over to her place to visit. The Shinozaki family, world famous for their spiritual abilities, and this was when it all started. Get wrecked, fam. The surviving elder of the Yogura society felt it was too dangerous to leave these items with the Martubas, so he came here intending to steal the Book of Shadows away from them. But he felt it would be even more dangerous for the book and stones to remain together. So while he gave the book to Yoshie for safekeeping, he gave the stones to Makina. You removed Sachiko Shinozaki from the school, and in doing so, oh, where'd it go? I'd even press it. Whoa, why is it on autopilot? Why'd it do that? Oh, well. Something happened. Oh, my God! Don't you see? That place is a gold mine. Okay, I think it stopped going on autopilot. This iPad is haunted by the spirit of Sachiko Shinozaki. People can no longer claim the world of spirits is fake, or that spiritual investigators like myself are lying. It's all different now. Occult research can be legitimized. Yay. I'm even considering bringing people to that cursed dimension on tour if I can, to make it a little extra cash. People will literally die, but okay. I guess pay up front. Kishinuma and I both reacted to this preposterous suggestion with a start. She couldn't possibly be serious, could she? I've deleted the proxy doll data from Naho's blog, so no one will be able to jump that way anymore. Only I possess the means to enter that place now. Hee hee. What could she possibly have been thinking? I wanted to stop her at once. I wanted to take those stones and break them right there, on the spot, before anyone else got hurt. But startled Des. When I begin conducting these tours, however, I want to make customer safety my top priority. And you seek your friend's spirits, do you not? Well, reinvestigating that dimension could help you reach that goal. Our destinations are the same, Ayumi. Aiko leaned in as she spoke, her breath scented with the sugary sweetness of the extravagant desserts we'd been eating. Tickled my nose. Wow, you're eating dessert while talking about this? So, what do you say? Let's go back to Heavenly Host Elementary together. One more time. Shall we? At least we'd be with her. I bet she dies. We'll see it. You heard it here first. I really wanted to conduct tours using the paper dolls, but missed my chance now. Now, though I have these lovely stones, I feel this must be fate, and I can make my business of it. Well, technically, they're not yours because she found the box. You said you'd give them back. Aiko seemed like she was on top of the world. She is getting off. But that just made me all the more disgusted with her. Your face, your expression has not changed this entire conversation. I think you're just startled. So how about it? On the other hand, she was offering me a chance to save our lost friends, and however remote the chance may have been, it stacked the odds frustratingly in her favor. I still couldn't just say yes, but I also couldn't say no. Or no. Honestly, I resented Aiko for putting me in this position. I glared at her for a moment before I said anything. Can you glare at her rather? There you go. I can't answer that right now. Give me some time to think it over. I'd almost forgotten Kishinuma was there. Aw, he would hate to hear that. Sudden waves of guilt washed over me. He had an absolutely incredulous look on his face. I couldn't bear to see it, so I looked away. We don't know where the Book of Shadows is anyways. Plus, how do we know those stones actually do what you say they can? Go there and come back, I dare you. There's no way you could have already tried it, right? Aiko smiled. She oriented the two stones so that they form a perfect yin-yang symbol, then slotted them together once again. Is she going to say the thing and come back in a hot sec? Immediately, the stones began glowing with a bluish-white hue, and a stream of energy started to form around her. You gotta be kidding me. Aiko continued smiling and looked directly into my eyes. No need to decide now. Think it over. Yes, it's true. The full range of these stones' powers has yet to be tested, so their true danger is as of yet to be undetermined. Good luck! She slowly separated the two stones as she said this, and the energy surrounding her dissipated. ... But they're from the home of Makina Shinozaki, a prominent branch of the Shinozaki tree. Their authenticity and the credibility of my intelligence is hard to dispute. ... Ellipsy, lipsy, lips. Hell of a thing. Can I touch them? Kishinuma didn't wait. I always do that. I'm going to do that to you the entire game, my boy. Kishinuma didn't wait for an answer. He grabbed the Ever After stones from Aiko's hands and began examining them carefully. You should not touch those spooky stones. Hard to believe this was what was in the box. You weren't planning on keeping these stones all to yourself, were you? Aiko seemed taken aback by the question. Way to go, Kishinuma. You managed to catch her off guard. Ha! Half the credit for finding them is due to Shinozaki risking her skin after all. Aiko seemed to ponder these words for a moment. Well then, let's make sure neither of us can go by ourselves. We'll each keep one of the stones. Fair. Wakarimashita. All right, give me one, Kishinuma. Spooky stone. Sure thing. Kishinuma plopped one of the stones in my hand, then slipped the other back into the drawstring pouch Aiko had brought them in, and closed it up. There. He then casually handed the pouch back to its rightful owner. Oh, I mean, the pouch, I guess, is hers, yes, but the... Feel free to give me a call anytime you'd like. And don't worry, I'll even help you find the Book of Shadows. Free of charge. Aiko flashed us with the biggest, most gregarious smile I think I've ever seen. Was it a shit-eating smile? And when we do find it, you will go with me, won't you, Ayumi? I closed my eyes and gave something that, like a half-hearted half nod, lowering my head while raising it again. It was interpreted as a yes, but I'm not sure I meant it that way. I mean, it wasn't a no, it wasn't a yes, it was a maybe. You were just, maybe, Maybe. Good. That being the case, it's on me today. Ooh, free zerts. Aiko got up and grabbed the check. Thanks for the free zerts. No, I'll pay for mine. I took out my wallet. I had no desire to owe this person anything. Aiko just smiled. Dutch it is then. Hee hee. Hee hee. Hee hee. Ah, yes, I almost forgot. I'd like you to have this. Aiko handed her thoughtograph. I see, when we say thoughtograph, I'm like T-H-O-T, but 0 O-T. Oh, graph, yeah! In the most positive way. All right, thanks for the thoughtograph. Is it a pic of my favorite thought cosplayer? Thoughtsplayer. Now, it's not going to bite you, and I'm not asking any money for it, so please, just take it with my blessing. All right, thank you for the haunted photograph. I love it. There's no directional light in this environment. Oh, wait, there is, kind of. Yeah, there's one little one. There's a shadow. I despise her. Okay. Me too. Imasugu. Suzumoto, Shinohara, Morishige, and Miss Yui. As soon as I'm done with those 4, I'm breaking this stone. Break it! Yeah, I'm right there with you. Better make sure to break the other one, though, too, while you're at it. Okay. As if he'd been waiting for this cute Kishinuma. I'm so sorry, my sweet boy. Pulled the other stone from his pocket. Oh my god! You guys take both stones! Alright, my sweet boys, thank you guys so much for playing with me. I will see you guys next time for an all-new episode of Corpse Party Drive! And until then, don't forget to subscribe to Slaytrix. We have other awesome gaming content on there that I know you sweet boys would enjoy. And also, leave a comment down below about the scariest anime or movie you've ever seen. I'd love to hear about guts, gore, and waifus. See you next time. Internet Anime Daddy Allie, signing out.